What is going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, Geo Fucks here, and if you haven't heard, I guess I'm gonna be the one letting you know. Tory Lanez was found guilty. And mind you, those of us that have been following this, that have seen the facts, the data, the testimonies, the medical records, the police records, those of us that weren't misogynistic, those of us that wasn't constantly finding every excuse in the book to justify toxic cisgendered men and their behaviors, those of us that have seen throughout history how women are treated, and in particularly black women are treated. Those of us that have seen all of this have all witnessed and then let's just be real. Those of us that grew up in the black community, we know how black women are often treated by black men in the community, and also how they are treated by other black women in the community. The disrespect for black women, whether it's a cisgendered black woman or a trans black woman, an intersex black woman, a non-binary black woman, a black feminine person. The point is the disrespect, the belittling, the lack of empathy, the lack of care, okay, the lack of support, the lack of love is ridiculous, and it's really despicable at the end of the day, because these are also the same women that you expect to march and rally for you when you get shot and killed by the police. These are the same women that raise a lot of you toxic, ain't about shit men and women and people in the community. You know, y'all want to sit up here and talk about dear mama, but in the same breath, bitches and hoes, who cares about them? We don't take care of our kids. Every time you turn around in the black community, you have a black woman being murdered by her partner, who is typically a black man, every 5.5 hours. You're turning the queen, as you say, the black woman is queen and the black woman is God. You're turning her into a hashtag every 5.5 hours in the black community. The domestic violence, the intimate partner violence, the child abuse, the sexual abuse, the physical abuse, the mental abuse that takes place in the community is appalling. And here's the thing. This isn't, yes, I'm talking about it because I'm a black person living in the black community, and I have witnessed and endured a lot of the things that I'm talking about, unfortunately. But this isn't just a black situation problem. Sexism and misogyny, unfortunately, is a part of white supremacy. It is a part of patriarchy. It is a part of oppression. The hatred of women. The hatred of women and girls. The hatred of femininity in general. And then again, we live in a society that basically never holds cisgendered men accountable. They can be rapists and killers and murderers and deadbeats, constantly knocking people up that they don't want to be with, never using condoms, spreading diseases and infections and unwanted pregnancy all day. They shoot and kill each other left and right. Again, who killed Pop Smoke? Who killed Nipsey Hussle? Okay, I can go on and on. Who killed Young Dolph? I can go on and on and on. Again, killing each other left and right. And then this is the same group that will get on and talk about, oh, what about our mental health? What about your mental health? Do you even care about your own mental health? Because y'all will turn around and tell other men who are emotional and showing their emotions and actually seeking help and assistance, y'all will turn around and call them weak and pathetic and simps, or question their sexuality. And these are other men doing it to other men. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of women, unfortunately, that also support patriarchy, sexism, and misogyny. Okay, let's just keep it real, all right? But yes, Tory Lanez was found guilty. And again, you got all these ignorant bloggers and basically social media personality bloggers who are not actual journalists, who have no education in what they're doing. And then all they do is sit up here and spread misinformation and gossip 24/7. And everything is basically, a good old boys network, except it's in the black community. So it's like this boy club. And a lot of this cisgendered boy club is literally a perpetual state of sexually assaulting and abusing, physically assaulting and abusing, drug use, not taking care of your children, blaming everybody for the children that you willingly had because you're the one that keeps sticking your penis into people with vaginas with no protection. And then a lot of you are committing sexual assault left and right. You're stealthing people, you're removing condoms. The list goes on and on. Finally, the cisgendered male population of human beings is getting a taste of their own damn medicine, and accountability is finally coming into the chat after centuries of just this particular demographic of human beings wreaking havoc on everybody, including themselves. I just want to send love, positive energy, and support to Megan Thee Stallion. I hope she sues every single one of you stupid, ignorant, incorrigible bastards who didn't do anything but spread misinformation, sexism, and misogyny and hate towards women. I hope she sues every single one of you, especially that dumbass DJ Academics. I hope she sues every single one of you. Because all you did was create what? Slander, libel, and slander. And I hope she sues you. All right? Because you know what? The same thing that Cardi B did to Tasha K. I hope Megan Thee Stallion does that to every single one of you dumb idiots. Get them for everything they got to the point that they lose their entire platform. That's what you need to do. Hold these idiots accountable for once. Literally, it didn't sit up here and you had so many people, right? Men and women, regardless of gender, sitting up talking about, oh, she's lying. Oh, she's going after a black man. Oh, she's blah, 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 blah. First of all, and I'm going to go there because I'm about to get real specific. Tory Lanez is not African American. He's from Canada. So again, what are you really talking about? All right. And then second off, she isn't the one that reported him. Okay. The state is the one that went to pursue pressing charges. Okay. And then on top of that, if he would have kept his mouth shut, a lot of this would have never even took place. First of all, why are you shooting somebody? Why are you pointing guns and shooting at somebody in the first place? And then on top of that, as we've seen throughout the past 2 years, going on 2.5 years, Tory Lanez has a history of violence. Okay, so it's not like this is just some isolated incident where he just flipped out and did this. No, this is what he does, right? Every time you turn around, he's assaulting someone. God, what was it? August, September, when he punched August Alsina in the face, and August Alsina wasn't even doing anything. He just didn't notice him. And I guess Tory Lanez, with little man syndrome and egotistic and crazy and psychotic. And what gets me is when cis men are emotional and act out, like shooting folks and punching people in the face and, killing their spouses and significant others, killing the mothers of their children, killing the mother and the unborn child in many cases, unaliving people left and right, shooting and killing all of these celebrities because you're mad that the other man has money or status or whatever. You're jealous and hateful and spiteful when you act out like this. No one sees how that's emotional and irrational behavior. Because, the assumption is that's just what women do. Women are the ones that are emotional. Meanwhile, men are going around committing mass shootings because they didn't get their way. Men are raping and sexually assaulting people because the other person said no to their sexual advances. Men are literally abandoning their children because they don't want to be held accountable for ejaculating in people. And 9 times out of 10, ejaculating into people without their consent, they don't want to take care of the responsibility of that. So I don't care. And I already know I already know people looking at this video, oh, you're a hater. Oh, you're a tranny. Oh, you're not a real man. Oh, you're blah, blah, blah. Listen, I am proudly gay, intersex, trans, black, queer, and I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. See, y'all try to use all of these, basically bigotry and oppressive language and just bullshit to try to hold somebody down. Meanwhile, I'm not the one living a lie. And you know where I'm going with that. Because let's be real, most of y'all to do all of this homophobic, transphobic-ish, y'all be on the DL, 70-80% of the damn time. Hence why you're always so bothered by other people living their truths. Because you refuse to live yours. Okay, where does the anger and animosity really come from? Why are you mad at the women? Because they know their worth? Because they're done being used and abused and exploited by you? Right? Anyways, sending love and positive energy to Megan Thee Stallion, and I hope this sends a clear message to everybody, and especially to cisgendered men. You will be held accountable. Nobody's putting up with your bullshit anymore. A lot of us grew up in households where domestic violence, physical violence, and abuse was the name of the game. A lot of people grew up watching their mothers and grandmothers and sisters and aunts get beat by their fathers and grandfathers and uncles and brothers, by their male partners. A lot of children got beat by their fathers and uncles and brothers and male family members and friends, including little boys and other men who were being victimized and abused. It's just, and again, and the out cold part is, you're right. It shouldn't matter what race, what gender, what sexuality. None of that should matter. Wrong is wrong and right is right. But we know how things are in this society, and let's stop acting like we don't. So yes, justice for Megan Thee Stallion. I hope that she, like I said, sues all of these idiots. And also I hope that she takes a hiatus. You know what I mean? Take a break. You don't have to be on social media. You don't have to drop any music. You don't have to do any public appearances. She needs time away. Because, y'all showed y'all hate. Y'all put y'all hate on a cake platter. Okay? But again, the hate for black women, the hate for women, the hate for anything feminine is very high up there. It's a constant thing, unfortunately. And I already know somebody's going to come back and say, well, what about the white man? Because you know how it is in the black community. Accountability is also a foreign concept, not only with cisgendered men, but also with people in the black community. Because every time you turn around, what about the white man? Look at Trump. Look at Trump. Trump has also been facing criminal charges, not just from a state, but federal criminal charges back to back. Then he's got lawsuit after lawsuit. They're wrapping that case up. He's also going to be going to prison. And the out cold part is he's white. He's a white man with money. And guess what? He's being held accountable. So what excuse do you really have to say at this point? Right? Because it's always, what about the white man? What about the white man? He's doing it. He's doing it. Why can't we? And that's basically what you're saying. Is that if the white man can rape, kill, murder, slaughter, disrespect, how come I can't do it too? That's basically what a lot of you are saying, which lets me know you're misogynistic and you're not a good person. And all skin folk ain't kinfolk. I'm not trying to ride out with misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, racist, classist bigots. I don't care because we happen to have the same skin complexion, the same race, the same ethnicity, the same culture. If you ain't shit, I don't want to deal with you. Point blank, period. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. And like I said, accountability is a foreign concept for people with privileges. Pay attention. I'm out.